All right, welcome back in. It is Strictly Sports on Time Warner Cable. Mike Violet here, Travis Lesargic, and in the center square, the head coach of the Maine Raging Bulls football team, Ronnie Bates, is with us. Ronnie, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you here. You look like a football coach.
I appreciate that.
You do have that aura, that presence to you.
I appreciate it.
But you just stopped playing, huh?
That's it. I'm, just turned 39 years old. Took too long to heal. It hurts. It's a young man's game.
Getting up the next day just ain't the same thing,
That's right.
is it? All right, let's talk about the history of this team. How long has this been going on?
We've been around since 1998, actually.
Really?
Yep. We started in a league called the Maine State Football League. It was about 8 teams, just local little community teams in Maine. And we started off playing in basically a cow pasture in Buxton.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And it's evolved from there. You have moved on. You played at Fitzpatrick Stadium for a long time.
Yeah, we actually, when we were recognized nationally in 2001, we actually won a national championship in 2001. And then 2 years later, they moved us up from a single A team to a triple A team. So we play the nation's best.
That's the best level of semi-pro football.
That's right.
All right, so you're not playing Fitzy anymore. You're over at Deering now.
That's right.
How long is this new this year?
No, this will be our 3rd year over there.
And you like it there?
Yeah, when they put in that new field over there, they did a really nice job.
What's it called, Travis?
I think it's just field turf.
Or is it like John Hewitt's field turf,
Right.
like he puts in?
Right.
And you've got some. Let's get some real basics out of the way, Ronnie. The season is from when to when?
We start in the middle of July, and we'll go all the way till the end of September. Then the playoffs, and then nationals.
How long is the regular season? How many games?
10 games.
10 games.
Yeah.
Every week.
That's right.
What nights?
Saturday nights.
Saturday nights.
Yep.
And as I look at some of the players on this team, a lot of people who follow high school football in Maine will certainly recognize many of the people you got. Run them down.
Well, again, it's either a stepping stone. Some guys come play right out of high school, go to community college for a year, and then go on to play football. Or, some of the men, after they play 4 years of football, whether it be, D1, D2, D3, come home and still want to play. Mm-hmm. And then, some guys that have made it to the next level come back. And but some of the guys that we have, you might recognize Phil Warren from Brunswick.
Sure.
Oh, he was a great high school player.
Yeah, absolutely. Brandon Dorsett from Portland. Greg Morse was a part of the powerhouse South Portland team back in the, I think it was the early to middle 90s. And then, from, up north this year, we were able to get a couple guys come down. Dylan Vayu, Dan Peters, Leon Dorr. We've got a couple kids coming over from Husson College this year. James Dobson and Bobby Gilbert.
Bobby Gilbert from Foxcroft Academy.
Yep. And, both those guys are in the midst of doing different pro camps right now.
Right.
So, and that's kind of what we do also is, we'll put film together for them after you're playing, send them off to the camps, and, hopefully they get picked up somewhere else.
Do you guys have a website people can go to, find out more?
Yep, go over there. It's just newly renovated. It's RagingBullsFootball.com.
Easy enough.
Yep, absolutely. And you can get, you can see the player profiles. The schedule will be updated shortly.
Your season is not that far away. Do you have a training camp? How does it all evolve?
Well, these guys have been strength and conditioning since December. Generally, we'll give them a month off. Depending on how far we go in the season, they get a month off to spend with the family during the holidays.
Right.
Then right around the first of the year, they'll start strength and conditioning again, and we just started hitting 2 weeks ago.
Interesting. Travis, you got anything here?
What kind of football are we going to see out of the Raging Bulls? Are you guys a smash mouth team? You like to open it up a little bit? What's the style, and what's the style of the league tend to be like?
Well, it's funny. This league, the New England Football League, is indicative of what you see in the NFL. The teams from Boston kind of spread it out, run a little more of a West Coast. The teams from the city have that. When you've got a bruising back like Phil Warren back there, and oddly enough, his brother Charles blocks for him, and they do a really nice job. And we always have the best O-line in the nation. Well, I say in the nation, in the league anyway. Mm-hmm. And these guys will run it right down your throat. This year, we've got a lot of speed on the team. So we're going to spread it out a little bit, and then we're going to run it down the throat after we spread it out a little bit.
We're talking to Ronnie Bates, who's the head coach of the Maine Raging Bulls football team. Again, RagingBullsFootball.com.
That's right.
Did I get that right? RagingBullsFootball.com if you want to find out more about the team, the season, so forth and so on. I mean, are these guys signed right now? Is that how it literally goes? They're signed?
They are. They come on, and you know what we do basically is we sign them to a 2-year deal, bring them into our program, teach them the system, and then after 2 years, if they want to play somewhere else, or if they move, obviously we don't hold them to it, but we do invest time with them. This year we had a nutritionist at our last meeting. We have 2 doctors. We've got a chiropractic staff. And, we run the whole gamut for the guys, to help make sure that they stay safe and they stay in shape.
This is run as a nonprofit, correct?
It is.
You're a 501(c)(3). Did I get that right?
501(c)(3). You got it. You're real close on that.
Close enough for this show.
Yeah.
So you are actively seeking, I'm sure, some financial help.
Yeah, we depend on help from the community. Up here in the in the Augusta area, the China Dyna and GNR Roofing really stepped up for us this year.
They're new, yeah. Sure.
Yep, down I know they're a national company, but One Steel has stepped up for us this year as well. And Stockhouse Station Restaurant in Westbrook really stepped up for us.
Is there any affiliation at all with the NFL? Is there any? Are they willing to help? Want to help? No help?
Well, no, we do. We sponsor that punt, pass, kick competition, and we do send the youth from the area there. This team, since I've taken it over, and since the inception, basically, we focus a lot on the youth of Maine, and we do a lot with the youth of Maine. As far as the affiliation goes, I get letters or calls telling me there will be a scout in the area from maybe the NFL or the CFL to see a certain player, and they want to meet with me and the player after the game. So, and then, the other thing that happens a lot of times is college will, call me and say, we're going to be in the area, we want to see this player.
So, if these kids haven't played college ball yet, they might have a shot.
Or, it's funny, stranger things have happened. These kids that have come back don't lose eligibility from playing with us.
Right.
So, if they've got 1 or 2 years left, then they'll pick them back up.
But they are paid?
They're not paid.
They're not paid.
Yep, they can go get sponsorships to cover their dues, their costs, and their time. But as a 501(c)(3), we do not pay any of the players.
So the season starts in July.
That's right.
Date? Do you have the actual date in your head?
It'll be July the 17th.
Yeah, July 17th will be the first game. How many players are on the team?
Right now we've got 45.
Really?
And we can take up to 63. That rule was put in for the Bostons and the Lowells and the Hartfords.
Well, you've got a lot of players to
But this is the first year in a long time that I can remember, even dating back to 2001, where these 45 men that are playing this game are all football players.
Yeah.
And I being from Virginia myself, when I moved up here to Maine, Maine has a specific type of football player: fearless, hard-nosed, smash mouth, back down from nobody. We don't care where you're from. It's really impressive.
Did you play college ball?
No.
You did not.
No.
You were a high school player?
Baseball.
Oh, so this is not, you didn't play football in high school?
No, I did not.
Really?
That's right.
And now you're a coach?
That's right.
And you played?
I did.
What'd you play when you played?
Oh, as a spry young man, I was on the outside as a D-back and a corner. Then, you get a little older, they move you over to the safety spot, then the outside linebacker spot, and then you
end up on the nose?
No, then you end your career at D end.
I see. Hey, there are worse places to end your career, that's for sure.
And then you pick up a whistle.
How's that suit you?
Not bad, not bad. I think one of the things that I found the transition from player to coach is these guys that have been around for a while have seen, I won't ask them to do anything I wouldn't have done or haven't already done.
Right.
And so, there's a mutual respect and admiration there for these guys.
What's the oldest player on the team?
Well, it's funny. We have a 50-year-old player on the team.
That is unbelievable.
He's our kicker.
Okay.
All right.
So he's a kicker.
That's right.
So it means he's a head case, right? If he's a kicker.
He's not well, but yeah, he's 50, and he's a great guy, and he's just thankful to be out there. And,
no kidding.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is remarkable.
What's the average age then? Mid-20s?
Yeah, mid-20s is definitely the average age over there. We've got guys in their middle 30s that are still getting it done that are starting to recognize the same thing that I recognize. So
exactly.
It really is a young man's game. You guys know that.
The leave sometimes can't work soon enough.
That's right.
All right. Again, the website is ragingbullsfootball.com.
That's right.
You can go there and find out everything you want to know about this team, about where they play, obviously, during high school, their complete schedule. Players are all profiled there.
That's right.
And a lot of other information. Ronnie, good luck with this.
I really appreciate it.